video update for Wednesday, November 3rd pre-market. We got the Fed today at 2 o'clock with a press conference following that statement at 2:30 with Fed Chair Powell. Here is the S&P 500 intraday chart of yesterday, Tuesday, November 2nd. Gapped up open. Our open ended up sticking as our low of the day, set our initial balance period. Our initial balance high was 46.27 and some change. We saw a bunch of volume moving into the 46.25 calls. So that looked like perhaps they were trying to short those calls. And then once we broke out a little later on in the morning over 46.27, the initial balance high, we see we couldn't really break down and stay back down below that level. So maybe those call sellers got squeezed out and the volume really went up. It was up almost 3,000 in those calls by the end of the day. So maybe they just gave up and covered on all these moves down that really couldn't break down back below the initial balance high, let alone back below their strike. So let's see that volume today, what's happening, and then let's see if the volume moves in again in those 46.25 calls, and if we get pressed back down below this 46.27 to 46.25 area. Looking at the roadmap, here's where we are at right now. Here is our 10-day simple moving average. It's going to be moving up to about, I don't know, about 45, 80, 85, something like that today on the open. That's going to be our line in the sand and our target that we'll be looking for if we were to sell off after the Fed. Looking for them to remove the word transitory from the statement and to talk about tapering bond purchases. Maybe that's going to finally get this market to, intermittently here top off. We'll be looking for the 10-day simple moving average to get tagged, and if it holds, we turn around and we bounce off of that. Classic 80 handle rule move, because we're sitting here just over 4,600 in that sort of zone where anything can happen between 00 and about 35. Our all-time high right now really is on the 46.35 handle. But we did put in a new all-time closing high at 46.30 yesterday. We really got to see that 46.25 strike go down before we can get any momentum to the downside. If we don't see 46.25 go down and we just continue higher today, we're looking for 46.50 and a new round of the 80 handle rule to start in. If we push above 46.50 today and close above it, we're probably moving on to 4700 ahead of that non-farm payrolls report on Friday. But if we do break down below 46.25, we're looking for a move back to the 45.80s for a test of the 10-day simple moving average. And of course, if the 10-day breaks, we've got a series of gaps to fill below us, starting with this one at 45.51, a classic 80 handle rule move all the way back to maybe the 45.50s. Would make a lot of sense. Let's take a look at the simplified daily chart. We've made all these measured moves that I've given you, and right now, like I said, the next thing would be going on to 46.50 and then on to 4700, playing through the 80 handle rule. So we don't really need any measured moves right now. We're just going to use our 80 handle rule. But if we were to break down seriously and get some momentum going, we do have three very solid swings in price that we can measure a fork off of. We have this high that was set in September, the sell-off low to the October low, and then the most recent all-time high. Obviously, this third point is going to have to move if we make another high today and the next day and the next day, but we can start setting this bear fork up. And right now, the median line can take us all the way down here into the neighborhood of the 100-day simple moving average. And as the days go on, and this median line gets a little bit deeper and deeper, it's going to come right in line with the 100-day simple moving average. So that's a kind of a compelling thought there, that if this market wants to intermittently top here and do a nice juicy sell-off, maybe we're going to come all the way back down here in the end to where the 100-day simple moving average is and test the median line of this brand new bear fork. Okay, that's all I got for you. Have a good day, good luck, and good trading.